your workout. This is going to be a long form video, so you will be joining me for a little while for this workout. It's going to be a Pilates and Yoga Fusion video. So in my class that I teach in person, I like to blend a little bit of some yoga stretches, some standing exercises, and then I take it down to the mat and we do some exercises on the hands and knees, all that fun stuff. So get ready. We're going to be in here for a little bit and I'll catch you in just a second. No weights are needed, just the mat. Welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do some candlestick reaches. So you're going to take your arms up above your head and you're just going to reach to the left and to the right. So we're first pulsing double hands over to the right, and then you're going to extend just a little bit and then open up your body. So extend and open, extend and open. And then take the hands, palms flipped out, and just reach and maybe do a back bend here to get stretched. Lean your head back, and then let's do our candlestick reaches. You can make the candlestick with your hands, and then turn out, and then sideways, and out, sideways, out. Sideways and out, and then reach back up with the hands flipped. Now let's do some camel reaches. So the camel, you're just taking your hands and making this circular motion in a standing position, reaching back, and then you can hang down with your arms. So you're reaching back with your arms. See if you can touch your hamstrings almost down to your knees. So if you were doing the camel down on the floor on the mat, you would be aiming for the heels or the backs of the legs. And then we're going to take it and counter stretch forward. So this is a little bit of a standing forward fold combined with an elephant stretch. So you've got a yoga Pilates blend with these two moves. And then come back to your standing position. Let's do some tree taps. So bring your leg first into the inside of the leg. Standing balance, focus, hold here. And then the tap to the inside of the leg. If you want to tee out the arms, you can do that. 9 and 10, and then shift your weight, park the leg on the inside of the other leg, hold here for balance, and let's do some taps, tree pose taps. And that was about 10 of those. And then we're going to come into a standing Skandasana. You can shift a little bit, nestle down into the stretch. Now you're in this goddess pose. Take the arms out wide. Pulse into it. And then let's dip a shoulder and dip. And you're just dipping and dipping and dipping the shoulders. Get a good stretch. And a yoga version of this, if you're dipping the shoulders, let's go ahead and try to do a bind. I don't know if you heard that, but that was my shoulder cracking. So you're in the wide leg stance. You're grabbing the outside, wrapping your arms around your leg for a little bind and a deep stretch in the hips. If you wanted to try a crazy balance here, you can see if you can lift that leg up. Otherwise, stay down on the ground and just continue stretching. This is midway to a bird of paradise stretch. I'm just gonna roll my ankle out, and then you're gonna take it back down. Let's do the other side. So I'm taking my right leg through my left leg, and I'm in a wide leg squatting stance here. And holding. If you can, try to open up your chest. So I'm gonna look around. If you can try to open up your chest and look up to the ceiling, give it a shot. Then slide the right foot in a little bit closer. And now we'll try this modified bird of paradise. So my right arm is under my right leg. The full pose is really advanced. You're going to try to extend that leg all the way out and hold it. But I'm not super flexible. Some people can take the leg all the way up. Okay, let's go into some balanced squat positions. So you're in a little bit of an Utkatasana. Dogs are going crazy. These are people that live in the house and they're literally going crazy for them. So you're just sitting, dropping the hips into this, and we're gonna do some step backs and knee taps. Get a little bit of the cardio into this. You can also push the elbows back. Drop the knee either halfway or all the way to the floor. Now you are pausing in this lunge position. Take your hands and rotate to the side. Pulse it down. Bring the hands forward, step forward, and then twist to the opposite side, pulse it. 8, 9, 10, step forward. Oh, that was good for the legs. Okay, now go into a warrior two. So you're in your warrior two. We're gonna modify this to do a little bit of the Pilates movement here. So your warrior two, we're facing this way. Normally you'd be looking out the same direction as the bent knee. And we're gonna swim. So we're combining a Pilates swimming exercise with this warrior two. Hands up and just swim in the air. You're getting a good strong leg workout right here. 19 and 20. Take the hands behind the head. Let's dive the chest forward, up and down. So now we're doing a modified like back bend, swan diving looking chest dive. 9 and 10. And then go into that back bend, like a warrior two back bend. That leg is burning. Turn, face the other way. So you're in your warrior two, mindful of the opening of that knee. You don't want it pulling in, push it out. So you can almost roll over on the side of your foot. Push it out. Let's go ahead and swim. So you're swimming here, holding that stance with that leg. And that was 20. Hands behind the head. Let's dive the chest. And 9. And on number 10, lean away in your back bend. And then we're gonna just Skandasana, stretch it. We're gonna take a balanced pose all the way down to the floor. Okay. Walk the feet in. And you're going up on your tippy toes. So walking in place, and you're gonna take the elevator down from your tippy toes. And then a knee is going to tap. 1 and 2. Balance, double taps with both knees. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay on your tippy toes. Shift, you're using that core to come back into that balanced position, and then push all the way up. All right, and then release the feet. Good, good, good. Now we're actually going to go back down. So we're going to be on our knees for just a second before we take it hands to the floor. We're going to do a drawing the sword and just opening up the arm. This one can be done with a weight. We are mimicking a Pilates reformer where you are shifting, sliding on top of a reformer. So I'm just mimicking that motion. You're using control in your body to stay on top of that reformer. Let's do the other side. Just drawing the sword. You are welcome to use a weight for this one. And 9 and 10. Come down to your toes. We're going to go into a toe stretch here. And we're going to take our hands behind the head and lean forward and push up. Lean forward and push up. This is really good for the quads and the core. This kneeling crunch abdominal exercise. All right, and then I'm going to swing over to the side. You're going to see the side version of that. And you're going to come from a sitting position, leaning over a little bit just to one side, targeting the obliques. And 10, do the same thing to the other side. And 9 and 10. Okay, now ski jumper. So flatten the feet, come all the way to a seated position, and just push up. So now you're launching a little bit more forward. Nine and 10, step forward with one leg. We're going to do our half split. So half split preparation here. We are pushing into this stretch, targeting the psoas, and going into our Ardha Hanumanasana. Fold forward, and you are stretching this hamstring, making sure your hips are in the same, facing the same direction. You're not opened out to the side, you're pushed forward. So the difference is you're not opening your side body, push that hip. If you see it jutting out, push it forward. If I can visualize that or give you a better visual. There you go, so that's your half split, and then let's switch. Do our half split prep, pushing into your stretch. You can deepen the stretch by pushing your hips, dropping your hips a little bit more forward, and then you're going to push back into your half split. And hold. A few seconds here. Ooh, good, good, good. And then bring that leg back. Let's take it down to our side body. What are you doing? Are you eating my rug? I don't think so, buddy. No, sir. No, sir. You're not going to eat my rug? He's eating the rug. This is a white fuzzy from the rug. All right. Crazy doggy. All right. Let's do a hip opener on this side body. You might have a little bit of loosening up that needs to happen. So if your leg can't go up all the way, even if you bring your knee in, that counts. I'm just extending my leg, but either way, even if you brought your knee and pulled it in like this, and just extend, push up, and then I'm gonna grab the inside of that foot, or if you want to hook your arm on the underside of that leg, so you're in a little bit of a happy baby yoga style. You could even grab your toe and keep that knee bent. So you're either going into a full extension or a happy baby, or single-sided happy baby. Just opening up the hip, stretching it out, and release. Now you're rolling onto the meaty part of your hip and lowering and lifting the legs. Double leg lift. Nine and 10. Knees are going to come down. We're going to go into a side plank position. So that can happen with one knee to the ground. And we're going to circle the arm, or both hands and both legs are extended. So then you're going to do your arm circle. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and balance here. Roll over into a regular plank. And let's go ahead and do a chaturanga. So what you're going to do is bend your elbows. I'm kind of going to launch myself forward, bend at your elbows, tuck your toes, and come up into an upward facing dog or a low cobra down here on the floor. But remember, glutes, if your feet are out wide, pull them in together so that you're using your glutes and not your lower back. So you're in this baby cobra, you could almost lift your hands up and then push back into a child's pose. Breathe it out. And then push forward into your upward facing dog again. Untuck the toes and step up into your downward facing dog for a deep, deep, deep stretch. We're going to go to the other side in just a second. And then walk your hands back and then sit down. Come to that side body for this side body exercises here. And let's do our hip opener. I was about to go into the double leg stretches and caught myself. So hip opener combined with a happy baby. There's your fusion. 9 and 10, and then open up that hip, grab the inside, the big toe or some part of the leg, or even stretch the foot all the way out. If you need some assistance, take a towel, pillowcase, anything to help you extend that leg if you want to extend the leg, and then release it. Let's double leg lift for 10. 9, 10. We're going to come up into our side plank position. So again, you can have a knee to the floor. That'll look like this, or both legs extended into your side plank. Get into those arm circles. 5, and then roll into your into your regular plank position. We're going to go into our chaturanga. So I'm going to bend my elbows, push my body forward, and scoop up into an upward facing dog or a cobra. And then you're gonna flip the toes and come into your downward facing dog. And just stretch here. You can go into your child's pose if you want. And then walk the hands back. All right, let me see how much time we have here. We're 19 minutes in. That's not a bad workout. So we're gonna come down onto all fours and get into a cat-cow, which is common in both yoga and Pilates. So you're gonna extend and lift up in the spine. At your own pace. A few of these. And shake out the tailbone. And let's go into our bird dog. So extending a right arm and left leg at the same time, and then pulse it. Okay, now crunch. Bring the knee to the elbow and out again. So this is very much the cat-cow, but with some added balance here. Extend out, then catch that back leg. So you're in a pseudo dancer pose here, balancing. And then release. All right, and now let's go into the other side. So bird dog, and then chopping motion. And then bring in the knee to meet the elbow. And that was 10 of those. Catch the foot. And now you're in that dancer pose. And hold here for your balance. And then carefully release. Well, we're going to go into our bear stance and hover. So pick the knees up off the floor. If you just want to do one knee balance, you're just going to pick up one leg. Extend one leg or vary it somehow. You can alternate if you don't want to do the bear stance balance. So otherwise, pick up both knees and you're just going to hover here. Oh, that's my lower back cracking. And tap the knees and lift up. Let's make those quads burn a little bit. Nine and 10. Come down, go into a wide knee, open knee, child's pose. Get a good stretch. Stretch it out, stretch it out. You can rest your forehead on the floor or your chin, or just relax. You can even put your hands behind your back or down at your sides. And catch your breath. Come back up. We're going to do a couple more exercises. Let's do some Pilates push-ups. So the hips are going to come forward. Right now you're in your your resting pose, but when you do the push-ups, bending at the elbows and the hips are coming forward. You're almost touching the ground. Your elbows are in close to the body. Let's do 10 of these. And you don't have to cross at your ankles. You could even leave your toes down on the floor or pick them up. $19 and $20. And then relax for just a second. Let's go into a lizard stretch. Everybody loves that lizard stretch. So bring one leg out and we're going to pulse into it. And then lift that leg off the ground if you can. You can either roll the foot to the side or put the knee to the floor and keep the foot flat, or do both, rolling out and then put your elbows to the floor and stretch into here for 5 breaths in this position. Knee is either up or down. Okay, now slide that right foot down and you go right into your pigeon stretch. So you might have to tinker with your foot just a little bit. I need a more comfortable cushion on the floor. So my leg is just right there. I'm not rolled out on this hip. I'm rolled forward, so my hips are facing the back of the mat. And you're either sitting propped up or you're down on your elbows. And your hands can be open or together, however you feel comfortable. Let's come up into a downward facing dog. As we transition, you can shift your weight, stretch it out or walk the dog. Then take your opposite leg and we'll go into that lizard pose again. I'll turn so you can see. So you're in your lizard, you're either up, you can push on the outside of that knee, and then come down. Knee can be hovering or to the floor. Hold for 5 breaths. And then knee to the ground. Slide that left foot to the center and then come down into your pigeon. So we go from lizard to a pigeon. It's kind of an easy transition. Just hang out here. And then to come out of it, we'll go into a downward facing dog again. Stretch it out. And then I see a lot of yoga teachers doing this where you are just jumping with your feet and you land right in that cross-leg position. You can roll your shoulders back. You can finish in your Shavasana. And so we're just rolling the shoulders back. If you were to finish in a Shavasana, you can roll like a ball to get down to the floor. This rolling like a ball is all about the balance on the sits bones. And then I don't have my full length of my mat, but you could sit in a Supta Baddha Konasana, that's butterfly, recline butterfly, or take your legs all the way out. All the way out, maybe the width of the mat. Open the hands, and there you are in your Shavasana. Take a moment to relax, and that will be it for the workout. And as you come up, you can slide your feet together and do a roll up to get up. And that's going to be it for today's workout. It was a really long workout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt the benefit and you feel good. And we'll catch up soon. Bye.